Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. I am so super excited to be here with you all today. Welcome to each and every one of you, authors of My Walk Past Hell. How are you guys?
Morning. Good.
Morning. Blessed. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. Listen, we are so excited to be able to just have each of these authors. Many of you tuned in for part one. Well, this is part two. Remember, there are a total of 30 authors, and Dr. Yolanda Jerry is going to be talking to us more about that today. So as you grab your virtual seats, go ahead and grab them quickly because we have a lot of authors on here. We're going to be talking with each of them so you can get the juicy details about their story, at least whatever they're willing to share based on Dr. Jerry's permission. You know, she's like, you ain't gonna share but so much now. We're gonna keep this a little bit under wraps so people buy the book. But whatever they're willing to share today, you're gonna get a piece of that. So go ahead and invite your friends, your family, your coworkers, everyone here into the Kim Jacobs Show studio, and we're gonna get started now. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Jacobs Show, and we are excited to be here with you today with these lovely authors. And so we're going to jump right in. And let me start by telling you, last time we had Dr. Yolanda Jerry on, and she is the primary author of the book that collaborated of 30 authors coming together. So Dr. Yolanda Jerry, go ahead and unmute yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and give people a chance to know you on this journey and what your role is.
Thank you, Kim, for having us on today. I am Dr. Yolanda Jerry. I am a best-selling author, an advocate, a life coach, a speaker.
There's a lot of y'all. Okay.
You call it what you want to call it. I have a whole bunch of different names, but truth be told, I am just a woman who is doing God's work. I believe in empowering people in life and also in business. And so when it came to this book anthology, My Walk Past Hell, if anything 2020 has taught us, it has taught us that you can experience hell at any given moment. So with this anthology, My Walk Past Hell, it shares the gripping memoirs of what hell looked like through the lives of relentless queens that you see right here, preserved by the power of God's grace, a power that has kept them alive in order to share their stories with the world. And I'm thankful to have these relentless queens a part of this anthology. And we're about to light this world on fire in a good way.
Yes, y'all really are. Oh my goodness. Okay, and Dr. Jerry, you're definitely being very modest. She's being very modest, everyone. She's actually an advocacy and centered at the heart of every philanthropist, echoing that notion at its finest. She's a diversified professional. She's a retired Air Force veteran, best-selling author, speaker, business guru, and CEO and founder of YJ Empowerment Solutions, LLC, and YJ Inspires. So Dr. Jerry has so many different titles and things that she brings to the table. She really helps people get past traumatic experiences. Is that one of the reasons why you came up with this particular title?
Yes, ma'am. Every last one of these queens have walked past hell with their traumatic experiences, and now they're sharing with the world where they are, not only back then, but also how they get to where they are today.
Wow. So you're really taking this to a whole different level when you're talking about empowering people. You're taking collaborative effort and giving 30 women voices to be able to empower probably millions of other people just from their individual stories, correct?
Absolutely. They all come from different walks of life.
Wow. And I know Dr. Jerry is not going to be on the program the entire time. So that's why I wanted to take a moment to put you right in the hot seat right away. And before you do get off on this broadcast, are you going to authorize the women to say, give them a little something?
Oh, they gonna give you something. They just not gonna give you everything.
Yeah, if y'all want a whole lot of something, put a 1 in the comments, okay? Because you got to be able to put a 1 in the comments in order for us
Yeah.
to see if you're going to get a little bit more than what's expected here. But
Right.
Dr. Zakia Mabry, I want to make sure that I pull you over and give you an opportunity to speak with everyone. And each of you all will get a chance to speak today. If you have any specific questions, as a studio audience member, go ahead and type those questions and we'll get them answered as quickly as we can throughout today's broadcast. So let's go to you, Zakia. Let's pull you over here. I think if I pull you up here, you'll be front and center. So we're going to get you. Yes, I'm learning this mojo here. Okay, Dr. Zakia Mabry is an author, child abuse and domestic violence survivor herself, and she's an advocate, business guru, mother of 4, and
No, that's not me.
oh, I was gonna say that didn't even sound like. You know what I'm gonna do?
Right, you know me. That is not
I
me.
was like, I said this sounds like the actual diversion the inclusion special. I said, well,
Right. That's my lane.
hold on, let me go back to what my screen here. Give me a second.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
We
it's
just
right here.
bumped
You
it.
are international motivational speaker, best-selling author, certified mindset coach. I was like, I've had you on the show before. I didn't know none of this about you. You committed to inspiring and equipping people to forward thinking with tools that help them courageously share their authentic voice. Here you go, through diverse stories, as well as you are a mental health storyteller, and you are a triple threat because you're a Black woman and you have multiple disabilities, but you are kicking all those disabilities in the head. That's the Zakia I know. So here
That's
you are.
it right there. Thank you, Kim. I'm glad to be here today and be a part of this book anthology with these powerful women. And the reason why I decided to do it is because I believe healing happens when you share a little bit of your story and become vulnerable. So we'll dive more into about what my chapter is about, but I am definitely talking about something that can affect anyone at any given time. And so there's power in sharing. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Excellent. Thank you. And we'll make sure that we go back and get some of your story. Actually, I think this is probably a good time while you're on here to go ahead and tell us some more about your chapter and what people can expect when they get My Walk Past Hell.
People can expect that I am sharing something that is personal, that I've kept close to my chest throughout many years. Many of my family members don't even know about some of the things that I mentioned, but I think it's important that women, men, parents, aunties, uncles, godparents read this, because in a world with unsafe people, anything could happen. And so as you read what I experienced, you can also find perhaps ways to protect yourself and your loved ones. And I will encourage others to speak up, share your story. Your story matters, words matter, and just be your authentic self. Like my shirt says, Zakia unapologetically. I'm showing up just as myself. And if it's too much for some people, that's too bad, because there's power in being truly yourself.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to go back and we're going to ask some more questions throughout today's broadcast, but I'm going to give every person a chance to speak first. But here's your contact information. Let people know how they can get in touch with you and stay connected with you.
Absolutely, Kim. You can reach out to me on all social media platforms at the Zakia Mabry. You have to put the in front of the Zakia, and then Mabry, M-A-B as in Bravo, E-R-Y. And I'm really beginning to utilize Clubhouse. So please connect with me on Clubhouse. Actually, this evening, Dr. Jerry and myself and 2 others are going to be hosting a room talking about tagging individuals on social media. Do you like it, or is it annoying? Let's discuss it.
Wow, that's going to be good. And okay, already comments have been coming in. Somebody said, come through, sis. That's one of your co-authors. Come through, sis. And then now Vicky, she's also an author and she's also a playwright, which I'm sure she'll probably love to hear all of your stories, because she could probably create a play. And she is an international playwright and does a great job. So she's watching you guys today. But she said, would least like to know this? Now I'm going to say it how I know she would say it. Okay. can we at least know the name of the chapter, or is that giving too much compromise to the content?
No, that's a little classified. Can't give that information. You're gonna have to buy the book. So
Oh,
we
come
invite you
on.
to when we have our book
Let me tell you,
signing and also our virtual book coming out, and we will
Wait a
share
minute,
all
wait
the
a minute,
information.
Zakia. Hold on. I gotta put the main. Everybody have to know the name. I'm gonna put you right straight front and center, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. The name of the chapters, we have to know that for people to understand what in the world. How we
I
gonna
just gave you a little bit. I said
I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna
family.
mute you, Zakia. Cause I want to hear Dr. Jerry talk for a second. Now say something, Dr. Jerry.
Look now, see, we had this last time now, Miss Kim. You try to get it out of me this time. Look, I'm gonna leave it up to the authors to tell their chapter if they want to tell their chapter. I'm not gonna.
All right. That's it. You unmuted, Zakia. You unmuted. Let me go
Okay,
back.
I'll tell you the chapter: Overcoming Trauma Through Inspiring Others. There you have it.
Bravo! Okay, you got something out of her, Vicky. Oh my goodness. Power in being yourself. Yes. Amazing. Buy the book, y'all. Paula Shea Queen, one of the other. She said, just buy the book. Laugh out loud. She does not even play that. She's like, everybody doing like, hey, buy the book. Buy the book. Don't tell too late, Veronica. Your comment got up there too late. everybody cracking up. All right, y'all. Let's go right on to our next. Thank you so much, Zakia. Okay, let's get over here to Dr. Joanne Hayes. Everybody got their straight face too. They like, you ain't gonna get so much out of me. Yeah, I done walked through hell. You think I ain't prepared for you, Kim? All right, Dr. Joanne Hayes is an author, servant, and I am reading the right person, right? All right. An author, servant leader, educational advocate, and advocate for survivors of domestic violence. Dr. Hayes received her bachelor's degree from North Carolina A&T University, and in 2020, she attained her doctorate in business administration from Walden University. She's a mother of 3 and grandma to be to one incredible granddaughter as we speak. So welcome, Dr. Joanne Hayes. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about your chapter. Oh, you're muted too, so unmute yourself. But while you're unmuting, I'm gonna put some comments. Power voices, yes, just buy the book. Hashtag that. Everybody hashtag just buy the book. Okay, go ahead.
I am, as you said, I am a grandma about to be. So if you see me looking down, my daughter-in-law is in labor as we speak.
Oh my God.
And this is my first grandson, my granddaughter, and they live in Japan. So yeah. But I am an overcomer of domestic violence. I believe in educating women. I believe in empowering women. I believe in education at any age. As you can see, I just recently got my doctoral. My chapter is a little bit different than everyone else, but mine was definitely a journey. I had to, after the abuse, I had to go through several phases, and I'll go ahead and give the name of my chapter. It is called The Gift of Forgiveness. And in my chapter, I list my gifts that I was given. And it goes from being abused to friendship to the end. And if you read the chapter, you'll see exactly what the end is.
Wow. I mean, I'm definitely getting the book. So y'all don't have to worry about whether Kim getting the book. Kim gonna have her copy, and I'm gonna get some for some friends too. So just buy the book is a given. But when you're talking about forgiveness, Dr. Hayes, everybody watching today's broadcast, we all need to just walk away with one tip on how to be willing to forgive. Is there one tip you can share with us, even if it's not in your chapter, that you'd recommend for people having a difficult time forgiving?
I would say what you're going to get out of it is peace of mind. You may not see it, and you're going to have to go through. You're going to go through all of what life has to offer. By that I mean you're going to get angry, you're going to get mad, but in the end, once you find that place to forgive, it is so peaceful.
That's good. Joanne.hayes1515 is
Yes.
Dr. Joanne Hayes' email, and you can stay connected with her. And she's giving you her personal email. So if you're dealing with some forgiveness issues and dealing with struggling to figure out how to even begin the process of forgiveness, reach out to Dr. Joanne Hayes. These are women of power, women of influence, and women that have been through, that are open enough to share their personal testimonies, which means that they're willing to share it with you and could help you on this journey as well, which I admire that. So thank you, Dr.
you.
Joanne Hayes, and congratulations on your new granddaughter.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna put you back over here, but I know your face is like, I'm here, but I'm there too. So you're in Japan. So really, technically, we have an international show today. Dr. Joanne Hayes is in Japan mentally. That's why I be telling you, you can go on a mental vacation anytime, and she's already mentally in Japan. Thank
Yep.
you, Dr. Hayes. All right, and Trinya, how are you?
Hey Kim, how are you? I'm well, thank you.
I am so excited to have you on. And then Trinya Cardona, that's a beautiful, good gracious, that's like an exotic name. And Trinya Cardona.
Mm.
How do you end up with a Cardona? You're a wife, a mother of 2 sons, an active duty chief master sergeant in the U.S. Air Force for 23 years. You're a trip. You look good. Okay, she's an author, a transformation coach, a certified master resilience trainer, a professional no wonder you're a bodybuilder. Look at that. I knew there was something going on. A motorcycle enthusiast, a domestic violence advocate, and her mantra is every challenge builds a better me. Wow. Okay, welcome, Antrinia. Talk to us.
Thank you so much, Kim. I truly appreciate the opportunity to appear on your show. So for me, my chapter is going to blow some minds. And when I say that, I say that because when people read my chapter, they're going to say, "Oh, I had no idea. I had no idea that you've gone through the things that you've gone through." And I say to them, that was, at the time, that was the point. That was the point. But as far as me, I believe that sometimes the best way to exude that uncommon strength is by helping others to see that strength that they have within themselves. And that with that, I'm extremely compassionate and compelled that, that is what I'm here to do, stepping out and living my truth. And, essentially putting my money where my mouth is, being in the military, you're placed in so many, high leadership positions. And oftentimes you're responsible for a lot of assets and, more importantly, the human assets,
Mm-hmm.
And, you're entrusted with all of those. And, I stand tall and extremely proud to do that, but it becomes a little hypocritical when you're helping them through their issues and you got some issues of your own.
Wow. That's good. That's good. Like right there, I would like for you to stay there for a minute, Antrinia, because when you know that you're helping the world and you know that you have this gift and you know that you have these talents, and here you are trying your best to do everything God called you to do and equipped you to do, but then you're personally dealing with these struggles yourself. What in the world? What advice do you give people in those kind of situations?
Oftentimes people will be fearful. I definitely was fearful. But my advice is to find someone that you can confide in, and reach out to several helping agencies. They can contact me. I can be found on social media under Antrinia Cardona. And basically just dig deep inside and know that you are enough, you are strong, and you are not alone.
Yes, yes. Okay. You are enough, you are strong, and you are not alone. And Trinia Cardona, she can be reached out and connected with right on Facebook. So make sure you guys stay connected with her. We're going to go to our next guest, and we're just going through kind of introducing right now. But if you all have specific questions, go ahead and pop them in, and each of these individual guests will get a chance to hopefully answer them. So, okay, dokie, we have Kathy, and is it Ninsley?
It's Nisley.
Nisley, okay. Okay, so Kathy Nisley. Kathy Knisley is a coach, a leader, a mentor in every aspect of her daily life. She's an active duty service member and the senior enlisted leader of a 600-person organization that supports 24,000 people that she builds and grooms leaders every day. Kathy holds a master's degree in leadership and coaching. She is a mother of two and a wife to an active duty veteran. Welcome, Kathy Knisley.
Thank you so much for having me, Kim. I'm so excited. I'm excited not only to be on the show, but to be here with these beautiful queens and to be a part of this book. This was a huge undertaking for me because I hold things very close to the vest. However, what I have found as I grow is that if I don't give, I can't help. So I have to give of myself. I need to tell my story. If I'm only helping one person, then I've done more than enough. Although obviously you want to help more than one, but one is enough. I lived in fear of my story, of telling my story, of sharing it within earshot of my kids. Granted, they're older now, but it doesn't relinquish them from having to deal with their own drama with me telling my story. So it was a conversation within the household when I decided to do this, to ensure that everybody understood the ramifications, understood what I was writing, what I was doing, my goals, wants, and desires behind doing it. I really feel like telling my story is going to shock a few people because there's always this presumption that with what we are in the military, as you know, the top 1% as female chiefs, we are superhuman and superheroes, and we are up to a point, but we still have to deal with life like everybody else. And I think people forget that although we are in our own, self-right, excuse my language, badasses, we still have trials and tribulations that we have to overcome, and we need to express those to be relatable.
Wow. Okay. Wow. You know what? Everything that you're saying is so necessary for people to understand that we aren't just like super women trying to do everything ourselves, but we need other people. How important is it, in your opinion, to connect with other sisters, well, regardless of their nationality, but other sisters in life?
It is huge. Having your tribe, having your clica, it's ginormous. Those are the women, those are the people in your clique that when you don't think you have anymore, they turn around and they're like, no, sister, you've got this. You've got this. And sometimes that's what you need to hear because you question yourself. You get a little shaky. Having your girls, your clique, your tribe, your village is necessary.
Wow. Well, lots of comments are coming in. Empower women, beautiful queens. Yes, Kathy Knisley. Yes. Join me on Clubhouse, everybody. Make sure you guys connect with Zakia this evening on Clubhouse. Yes, indeed, Paula Shea says, Shea Butter. That's right. She's the Shea Butter queen from before, right? Wonderful work, beautiful talent. Welcome and congratulations, ladies. So many different comments. Listen, to stay connected specifically with Kathy, here's how you'll do that. No, this is Antrinia. Okay, let me say, Kathy, how do we stay connected with you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Same spelling and everything. Kathy Knisley on Facebook.
Okay, we don't have it backstage, but we're going to put this right here, right now, right on Facebook. Kathy
Knisley.
And don't get me wrong, backstage, Shannon is doing a marvelous work. So she
is.
She does magnificent. So by no means when I say it's not backstage, nothing to do with Shannon. Okay. She's outstanding. So on Facebook is Kathy Knisley. And that's how you'll stay connected with her if you want to go and follow her and like her page as well. All right. My goodness. Who else we didn't get to yet. Let's go. We're going to pull you up. Let me pull myself up for 1 second because we have to take a quick commercial break. And then we're going to get back to these wonderful authors of My Walk Past Hell. If you're learning anything today, Put a 2 in the comments. Put a 2 in the comments if you're learning anything that you hadn't learned yet, or even it's just inspiring you, regardless of whether you learned something new. Put a 2 in the comments. Listen, today's episode is sponsored by, let's go here too. It is sponsored by Hunter Everidge. Hunter Everidge is a law firm that deals with workman's compensation. They deal with personal injury on the workplace. They also deal with Social Security benefits and disability benefits. If you are experiencing some of these things, make sure you reach out to them at 704-377-9157. And you can also send them your specific case right on Facebook in their inbox. And that's at Hunter and put the and sign Everidge. And the only reason I repeat stuff over and over is because I have podcast listeners as well on iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, and different things. So I have to make sure that they hear that. Okay. So let's take a quick look at their commercial and be sure to let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you their way.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented. And I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everidge. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
Make sure you stay connected with the Kim Jacobs Show, and here's some ways to do that. Right, everyone, we are back. We are back with these wonderful additional authors. I mean, we already met 6 before. Now we're meeting a whole new group, and we have several more that we'll be meeting on different episodes here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Dr. Yolanda Jerry, you have totally outdone yourself in this. And by the way, Dr. Jerry is staying with us the whole time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So grateful to have you with us and to have this vision be birthed. Okay, so let's see who is next. Let's go. Ray. Yes, Ray, you're so dramatic. Oh my goodness. OMG. Here we go. I know it's always one dramatic one in the bunch. Let me see if I can get, hold on. Let me get over here so I can read your bio. Is this Ray, right? Ray Campbell? All right, Ray Campbell is a retired Air Force veteran and is currently working as a military instructor by day and a motivational speaker, drama queen. No, that's me adding that in. Sorry. Okay, podcast host by night. After retiring from the Air Force, she started her podcast, Ray Speaks, and has recently used her platform to launch Ladies of Allure. No wonder you. Oh, Ladies of Allure, a nonprofit for teenage girls 9th through 12th grade. Welcome, Ray. Talk to us for a minute here.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Right? We can do this all day.
I can do this all day. I just want to thank you for having us on here, and I want to say good morning to my beautiful co-author queens, and I'm just excited to be here. I want to thank Dr. Jerry for the opportunity because just like a lot of my other co-authors, a lot of people don't know my story. A lot of people don't know half the things that I went through. And I actually had to pray about writing my story. Mine is called The Beauty and the Beast. Because as women, as mothers, as friends, we always have to put on a pretty face. We have to put on a happy face, and we're going through hell. And we can't show it, you know? I'm gonna just be transparent. This is probably gonna be the first time a lot of people know that I went through domestic violence. And I'm not gonna be able to, talk a lot about my story. So you gotta buy the book, hashtag buy the book. Like I said, just being transparent, this is pretty much the first time a lot of people have heard that I did go through something because I did have to put on a happy face. And in the military, just like my co-author said, being in the military, you don't get the opportunity to cry. You don't get the opportunity to be weak. You have to forge forward and lead those that are following you and deal with it later. And that's what I did. I dealt with it later, and it isn't until now that I'm ready to share my story. So.
Wow. 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 Okay. So let me just ask you, for people that are dealing with domestic violence, they're keeping it a secret. They know that it's not something that they should be dealing with, but they're concerned about the public or about the image or about whatever. What advice would you give to them? Because like you say, you've been through this and you've come out of it in whatever victorious way you have. But what about those that are still in it and really don't know what to do?
Now, again, I do give the tips in my chapter, but
okay,
the one I will share that I do share on my podcast is you have to start with self-love, because when you love yourself, you can love yourself enough to not put up with the things that you allow people to put you through. And I'm gonna say that again: things that we allow is what people do. So you have to start with that self-love. And when you love yourself, it won't happen. Now, if you are going through it, I would advise people to not put up with it and reach out to those avenues that are put in place for the help.
Wow. Okay, well, lots of love coming your way. Congrats.
That's my mommy.
That's your mommy?
Oh, thanks, mommy. So this is like I said, my mom didn't even know. So
your mama like, you're going to get on this whole good show and tell her anything right now? You better wait till we talk on that phone.
She got to buy the book too.
Yeah, I bet she's going to have some answers today before 1 o'clock.
Right. She's going to call me. She's going to call me when this is over. But thank you for the opportunity again, Ms. Kim.
Excellent. Well, thank you for being here. And Cynthia, thank you for your comment as well. Love yourself is one of your comments. Okay, thank you. We're going to be talking to the author some more throughout today's show, and we're going to get some more tea out of them, y'all. Okay, but anyway, Chris Warner is here. How are you, Chris? Go ahead and unmute yourself. And we're getting ready to, let me see here. You are an author, child abuse and domestic violence survivor and advocate, a business guru, mother of 4. Okay, so now that's is that who I was reading before?
It was.
I was like, how did Zakia become a mother of 4? I didn't know she even had any. Okay, anyway, so let me go back. Now, the real Christina, step forward. Christina Warner, she's an author, child abuse, a domestic violence survivor and advocate, business guru, mother of 4, chief master sergeant with a high propensity for helping others establish an economy around entrepreneurial ventures. So that's her specialty, helping you establish entrepreneurial ventures. She looks to be a consistent inspiration to everyone, especially women, reminding them of their greatness and that they can survive and be successful indefinitely. That's like unlimited, into infinity and beyond. This is me just saying some extra. Like, that is not in my bio. She is the founder and CEO of She Persevered. She Persevered. I love that. She Persevered, LLC, and Consulting with Joy. The mission of She Persevered is to help people reach their highest potential, while Consulting with Joy's mission is to help others' businesses' dreams become a reality. Yes. Chris Warner, go ahead and talk to us.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to my co-authors for allowing me to be on the team with you all. And thank you to Yolanda Jerry for taking me on this venture. I've known her for a long time, and it took me watching her a long time to get the courage to get there. So I appreciate all of you, sending you good vibes and blessings as we go on this journey. I'm happy to be here today. My chapter is called The Sound of Silence, because I never knew how piercing silence could be until I was going through my walk past hell. And interesting enough, in my chapter, I tell a little bit about how I thought I had walked through hell before. And actually that was just like the prep work to get me to the next level of hell. So similar to my sister Queens on here, a lot of people don't know my story. They know that I went through some things, but no one knows like the depths of my story and the depths of the levels of hell. And I didn't even know that there were levels to hell until you get past one, and then you're like, oh, I thought I made it out. And then you feel free, and you feel like, yes, I'm gonna be something. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm still here. And that's what my story talks about being able to brace yourself as you go from one level to the next, and how each one of them is failing forward to get to the next level, the next better part of you.
Wow. Okay, now you done broke me down. That right there. Hmm. That's just amazing. Because even as you're just saying, okay, let me put it in this view for 1 second here. Okay, even as you're just saying, when you're talking about dealing with stuff in silence, every woman, every single woman in the world, I don't care what her role, what her title is, whether she's married, with children, without children, whether she's single, whether she's in ministry or in the military, every single woman is dealing with something in silence.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a powerful chapter, because when you already thought you went through hell in one aspect of your life, whether it be in your childhood or going through teenage years or going through college years, whatever, then you like, dog, I got past that though. Now you come into another scenario and it's hell on earth all over again.
Yes.
That is something that every woman can relate to. If any of you can relate to anything that's being said by what Chris Warner's chapter is going to be about, just put a 3 in the comments. Put I can relate. Type I can relate. Because whether our stories are ever told in Dr. Jerry's collaborative effort, all of us have had to walk past hell in some regard. I'm so looking forward to reading your chapter. Let me go back to this view again. Okay, how can people stay connected with you, Chris?
So I am on Instagram under She Persevered, and I'm also under Consulting with Joy on Instagram as well.
Okay, let's put that, Shannon, put that in the comments in the back office for me. I had to put my glasses back on. Once I start crying, it's over. Okay, and she underscore person. Okay. I don't know how I be hosting a show crying over here. I'm supposed to, you're like, no, you're supposed to be the one that keep it together, Kim. I'm like, no, when I at my church, whenever, and meanwhile, I'm the pastor's wife, right? And he called people to the altar for prayer. I'm up there. They like, they thinking I'm coming to pray for them. I'm like, girl, I'm coming up here to get my own prayer. I need some prayer too. I need the help of the Lord in different regards, you know? Okay, so let's see. Here's your information right here. We're going to put that up. It's on Instagram, and She _persevered.
Yeah.
Wow. Make sure you all follow Chris on Instagram. And then also we're going to be putting her Facebook. What was it on Facebook?
No, I'm on Instagram on both of those. And She Persevered and Consulting with Joy.
And Consulting. IG. Consulting with Joy, all one word, and with is spelled out?
Yes.
All right, and Consulting with Joy. I want to make sure you have a way to stay connected with each of these different authors, because they do so many things outside of also writing in the book. Consulting with Joy on Instagram, and also on Instagram as and She _persevered. So somebody said, oh, that's my brother. Thank you, Courtney. Yes, Chris. Dr. Josephine said, awesome show and panel as always. Lots of comments have come in, and I saw some other comments come in earlier. I'm trying to make sure I can relate. Jill said, I can relate. Jamila says, yes, Chris. Yes, 3s. I can relate. Crystal said, Paula Shea Butter said, even though she's a Shea Queen, I called her Shea Butter. Okay. Anyway, I can relate. Pamela said, yes. Paula Shea Queen says she can relate. Everybody can relate. Every woman can relate. Yes, I can certainly relate. New level, new devil, but God. Yes.
Yes.
Good morning, fellow co-authors. Brenda Babs Young said, hey, everybody. She said, I'm coming on this show too. I felt that completely, Veronica said. There are definitely levels of hell. My goodness. Levels of hell. Okay. Wow. Awesome chapter title, Sounds of Silence. All right, y'all, listen. What did Vicky say? She said, one thing about the modern day women, we certainly wear many hats. Mothers, serial entrepreneurs, you name it, we pretty much wear it. Yes. Oh, hey, somebody said that your team is here. Trinita said, congratulations, Miss Campbell. Your team is here. Let me put that over there for a second because I like to give you a chance to wave at your team. All right. I'm gonna screenshot that for you. Hold on. I'm doing the most over here as the host. You're like, how you doing all that, Kim? Yeah, I can do a lot of things. All right, here we go. I'll put you back over. Chris, any final words before we move on to a different screenshot? Here, we're gonna go to a different view. All right. Wow. Did everybody get a chance to say something so far? Okay. Whoosha. So now listen, we're going to talk some more with these authors. And if you have a specific question for any, oh, here, Mother Lofton is on. Mother Lofton, we can all relate, but God. Mother Lofton is the state supervisor of women in the Church of God in Christ in the North Carolina 2nd jurisdiction. There are hundreds of us in her tribe under her leadership, and she gets to bring and mold us and shape us into women of God and women of purpose. And so I know she is super excited to hear your story and your journey, because there's so many women in our church denomination that would be blessed by this as well. Okay, yes, many levels of hell. So unmute yourself, whoever wants to answer some of these questions that I'll pose. And if you all have questions in the studio audience, go ahead and type it in. Let me ask, how do you recognize that you're in hell? Now obviously we're this metaphorically speaking type of thing, but how do you recognize that this is a hell-like experience for me? Anybody?
I think, this is Dr. Hayes. I think for me was when you realize that today is Wednesday and you don't remember the other days of the week. You don't remember how you got from point A to point B.
Wow.
That's how I recognize what I was going through.
That's a very interesting perspective. Very interesting. So when days of the week just kind of are blur.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Anybody else?
I would also definitely agree with that. Being an individual who has multiple disabilities, which include mental health impairments, I know what it feels like to feel like it's a good day because I got out of the bed and took a shower and brushed my teeth, where I had to cancel appointments because of what I was thinking about, because of the nightmares that I've had from some of the traumatic experiences. I just want people to know that it's okay to feel grateful that you have a job, but feel overwhelmed by it. Grateful for your authentic voice, but you're just not quite sure how and when to use it. Grateful that you have a roof over your head, but you feel trapped in it, especially during this era of COVID-19. Grateful for your family, but sometimes you're exhausted by them. And grateful for your friends, but wonder which ones are really there as imposters. And so I do self-checks with myself because of therapy. It wasn't me, it was God, and God letting me know that it's okay to go to therapy. So my therapists have really helped me with practicing mindfulness. And so I actually get physical symptoms when I know the hell I'm going through is really taking a toll on me, Kim.
Wow, that's just so wonderful. That's wonderful. So getting help is okay. If you know that you're in a situation where it's like, it's just getting a little bit too much for you, God created, I'm a big believer that God created the doctors, he created the attorneys, he created the therapists. So go talk to somebody and get the help that is available for you. Does not mean that you're out of order by going to seek help. Somebody said, being a suicide survivor, Vicky said, I can relate to all of this. Very powerful words, Crystal A. Harrison said. And Jill said, when you are lost and all you see is darkness. This is amazing that y'all are, wow. Paula says, I will be glad when therapy is not taboo among our people. That's good comments, Paula. Yes. Okay. So when we look at 30 authors, Dr. Jerry, and but Dr. Jerry in particular, you came up with 30 authors. What made that be that number that you said? Because you encounter thousands of people. You're leading conferences, encountering women across the world, and all of them, I'm sure, is like pulling and tagging, saying, let me. How did you determine 30 out of all of the ones you encounter?
Well, most of the anthologies that I've been a part of, they've been anywhere between, 15 to 20 people a part of the book. But for me, I wanted to be able to offer a bigger platform to be able to give more voices out in the world. And I think, again, when it comes to being able to network and collaborate, you're also being able to connect people with other people. So it wasn't just about having 30 people a part of this anthology, but was also to be able to connect 30 queens together and hope to build partnerships and long lasting friendships and relationships even after this.
Yes, really great answer. Okay, yes, the Zakia Mabry. It's okay to get help. We need to shed the stigma of mental health, Cynthia says. Yes. Congratulations to all of the Queen authors, Fabian says. So proud of my baby, Antri. Oh, he's trying to get some brownie point. Is that your husband? Oh my gosh. Let me move you up so he
yes,
I'm gonna move you up here so he can see you right over there. Okay. Oh, let me get a screenshot. This is ridiculous. Okay, get a room, Fabian. See, look at man, you got some brownie points, Fabian. Look at him. He like, yes, Lord. Thank you, Kim, for getting my comment up there. He like, I'll pay you later. Glad to have you, Fabian. Let's see. Pamela says the Black community has truly got to get over the stigma of seeking help for their mental health. Yes. Okay, Phyllis said, all of you queens, speak your truth. Good work. Good work. Okay. And just some hearts. And Dr. Jerry's Tribe. Hashtag Dr. Jerry's Tribe. Yes. Put that hashtag. Let me hashtag that so there'll be some more hashtags. Hashtag, what is it? Dr. Jerry's Tribe. All right. Let me put that so it'll go across all my platforms. There we go. That's right. Everybody hashtag Dr. Jerry's Tribe. 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 Yes. Yes. I love celebrating women and celebrating people in life. But this is just exciting that you all are, even though it's such a, now let me take this as an angle. This is a horrible topic, right? So it's like, it's not that it's something that we're like, yay, we walked through hell. No, that's not what's happening here. This is like, my life was in ruins and I didn't see my way out, but yet God brought me out and my sisterhood helped to let me lean on them. So now you're at this new place. Talk to us about how important it is for sisters to form a tribe. Any of you can unmute, and just how important is having sisters to lean on?
I think it's crucial.
Antrina, go ahead. You, Antrina, and then you, Kathy. Go ahead, Antrina.
For me, I think it's extremely important to have a tribe, and especially a sister tribe, because we are here to uplift others and each other and empower each other. And for me, a little while ago, I didn't have that, that sister tribe, but I'm so fortunate now that God brought me through, and I now have a strong network of sister tribe. And I can remember times when I didn't even want to get out of bed. I was so stressed out. I couldn't eat. I was going through, severe domestic abuse at the hands of my now ex-husband. And, it's very prevalent, not only on the, in the civilian populace, but it's extremely, prevalent in the military populace as well. So for me, it's extremely powerful to have a sister tribe, because you can lean on them to help you through, they get the help that you need, be it therapy or just have someone to listen to, the things that, may be going through your mind. You find oftentimes that they have also gone through some experiences as well. And, they can help to offer prayers to you and help you to move past those moments. And I'm just here to celebrate and to uplift others by, going out on a limb, living my truth, sharing my story in hopes that it can reach somebody and help someone in a time of need. Just as Dr. Yolanda Jerry afforded me the opportunity with being on this anthology project. I've never shared my story, and this will be my first time. And when I say that I am truly passionate about helping others, if it means, feeling a little bit uncomfortable with sharing my story, then so be it.
Wow. Okay, Kathy.
So I'm just basically going to echo what she said. It's crucial. You have to have a tribe, and your sisters, even though we may not echo it, scream it from the rooftops that we're going through all of this, I guarantee you there's at least one or two of them that have gone through or is going through exactly what you're going through right now. Before, I grew up with three brothers, so I grew up primarily surrounded by a lot of boys, and I did not understand how crucial it was to have a tribe of sisters to support you. I had not ever experienced that, and I was a little hesitant because, unfortunately, there's the other side of the tribe of females that is not always positive, and I had experienced more of that, so I didn't quite know how to maneuver in that until I really started to meet people who were just people. I'm just here to help. I want to be there for you. And they meant it sincerely. And I started to connect more. And then I started connecting them, and it fed my soul, and it picked me up when I felt like I was so far down. I didn't realize I was going through hell until I was either directly in the middle of the tornado or it had already passed. And then I realized what just happened.
Wow.
And my tribe, my girls were there to sit there and hold me and help me work my way through it. So it's important. Whether you've seen the bad side of it, there's definitely a good side of it that everybody should experience.
Really, really good feedback. And Dr. Yolanda Jerry said that we are resilient, transformational, life-changing, unsinkable. So if you're looking for some things that you can hashtag that will link you directly to Dr. Jerry's tribe and the whole My Walk Past Hell, here are some of the hashtags that are trending with My Walk Past Hell. So make sure you guys hashtag some of those. You'll see them in the comment section. Wow. Okay. Now, not everyone's willing to share their story. They're nervous about sharing their story, or their story, it might just not be the right timing for them to share it because of whatever they're still dealing with in their lives. What advice do you give to women like that?
I was about to say, I will speak for that because I did not understand why I was going through what I was going through, because it just, when you feel like you're doing everything that you can, everything to keep your marriage together, you just don't understand. But it's not for you to understand until it's time for you to understand, because you have to share your story and the things that you went through and how you overcame them for somebody else. So your story was for somebody else. You didn't understand it at the time, but now I'm able to share that on my platform and be able to help others, and then, deal with the young ladies and teach them what isn't acceptable, so I know that I went through what I went through to help others, but now I'm going to continue to share that and share, even more in detail. So this platform that Dr. Jerry has afforded us is just powerful, and it's sent by God, honestly.
Wow. Chris?
So I feel like Ray took a whole bunch of what I was going to say. So let me snap to her on what she was going to say. But I've always believed that we were put on this earth to be a blessing to others. And once we understand that and walk in that, then I was able to stop asking the question, why is this happening to me? Or why am I going through this? Because we are meant to be a testimony. Because when people can relate to you, when people can see that they made it through, then they're going to say, I can do it too. So for those that are struggling about when to tell their story, it's going to come to you when it's time. It's going to be a light switch that says, I think I'm ready. And then you're going to walk in all that grace and walk in all that glory and say, this is what happened to me. When I first started telling my story, I was very selective. It was being a leader in the Air Force, and someone would tell me something happened. And then I would say, okay, well, this is now a time to tell a small piece of my story.
Wow.
And realize how that affected them. And then it'll come, but it's going to come when it's supposed to, and it's going to be on your heart, and it's going to help somebody. So you don't have to rush it. Just wait. It's going to come to you.
That's good, good. And then the thing I also notice is that sometimes I know I can only speak for myself when I'm not sharing certain pieces of my story, right? Then it gets filled in by other people. And I'm like, that is so far from the truth. OMG, that ain't nothing like what really happened. And I'm wondering, is it just me? Because I didn't speak up and say anything. So then therefore, the story is being filled in with all kind of lies. And I'm like, ooh, that's not true. But yet I'm not saying anything. So then therefore it is what it is, right? So it's all your own fault. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about friend. Okay, listen, we're going to a commercial break. Today's episode is sponsored by Snow Legal Group with snowlegal.com. If you are looking to get some legal help in the Charlotte and surrounding areas, give them a call, 704-358-0026, or you can email them at info@snowlegal.com. Listen, everybody stay put. We're going to hear some closing comments from these wonderful young ladies that are collaborative authors, and they have all collaborated together to work on what's going to be an international best-selling book called My Walk Past Hell. So if you have that last second question, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you definitely, each of you get your thoughts together, because we're going to do a closing comment right when we come back from this commercial break. And I'd like to introduce you at this time to snowlegal.com.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everybody, we're back with authors of My Walk Past Hell. And somebody said, Crystal said, oh, that sounded like me, huh? When I was describing not telling your story, but letting other people tell your story. Okay. In my opinion, the tribe is a community of support. Most of us have a tribe, a group of people who are clapping for us and a shoulder when we need to cry on. Courtney is my brother. He actually has a program, and it's a Courtney Wellness Companion. They do exercise and they do cooking and all kinds of trainings. It's like a companion group where they're walking together and going on this journey. He's lost about 90 pounds and kept it off non-surgically. And so he comes on as one of our experts on Fridays. And he has a person that cooks, and she cooks all of this food. Like we had tacos and a cheese shell, but it's all health based and it's amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna put my brother's information up here too. Is Courtney_Wellness Companion, and you can follow him on Facebook at I_Courtney as well. And he has those different ways that you can stay connected with him. And I know he's on Instagram and on Facebook at Courtney or Courtney Wellness Companion. All right. So any closing comments? Let me get one closing comment from you, Ray. Let's start with you.
Again, I just want to say, go out and buy the book. You're going to be wowed by all the stories from all of these amazing authors. Also, you can follow me at Hear Ray Speaks on Facebook and IG, as well as Ray Speaks on Apple Podcasts, and just get ready to be motivated and transformed.
Let me make sure I put your information back. Ray, Hear Ray Speak. I see it back here. I'm gonna pull that back up there again. This is great information. Let me put that right there for you. For everyone right now, even towards the end of the show, I know we put it in earlier, but it's Ray Campbell, Facebook and Instagram at Hear Ray Speak. And make sure you also follow her on her podcast. And that's Hear Ray Speak is her podcast as well. So thank you so much, Ray, for being on the show today. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Listen, I know that you all may have seen this banner scrolling down at the bottom. I want to make sure thank everyone that does provide online financial contributions to the Kim Jacobs Show. I like to thank the authors that contributed to the financial contribution from My Walk Past Hell. So any of you authors that have been doing that. Thank you, because our show has received it, and it allows us to provide this type of original programming to the community. So thank you all. But you can obviously Cash App Kim Jacobs Inc. and all the ways are there, and it's in the comments section as well. So thank you for everyone that has been doing that. I don't take it for granted, and I really appreciate it. And I also want to tell people one thing too, that we have new products that are available, and I want to show this to everybody because this is like new as of today. So it's not just something just infusing, but I Am a Mother Dreamer shirts. We have it. We have I Am a Mother Dreamers in black and white, and we also have mugs as well, which I'm super excited about. So please go to KimJacobsShow.com, and you can see I watch the Kim Jacobs Show bundles, as well as some books that I have collaboratively authored as well that are bestsellers on Amazon, and one that I've also authored that you can get all of them right here on this page. Okay, so I want to make sure I share that with you. But this t-shirt, I'm so excited about. I just got that. I'm so fired up. I didn't know what to do. I was like, yes, I am a mother dreamer. Chris, unmute yourself and go ahead and tell us some closing comments from you.
Well, thanks again for having us on the show. Hashtag buy the book. And then I'd also like to say that everybody has a story. Come listen to ours and be wowed and amazed, because we have some goodness to put out into the world. Hope to see you purchasing a book.
Yes, yes. Okay. Keep on going, Zakia. Let's go. It's okay not being okay. Lots of comments coming in. I'm trying to get them all in. Thank you, Kim. Let's see. Ray. Okay. All right. So you ladies did awesome. I don't want to miss any of your comments. So many people have said so many things. Awesome job, my co-authors. Okay. You all may have to go back to Facebook and look at some of these comments, because there's so many coming in. Okay, go ahead, Zakia.
I would like to say thank you to each one of you who are watching this either live or on replay. Of course, thank you to my beautiful co-authors and the visionary, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, because without your vision, this would not be possible. I invite you to connect with me on social media at thezakiamabry.com. Please connect with me on Clubhouse. And also, I have a digital show called Game Changer Chat, which is on LinkedIn Live. And we've had the show since 2018, where I host professionals across the globe sharing their perspective on various inclusion topics. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for being here. That's Zakia's information is here on at the Zakia and the Zakia Mabry, Mabey for those that are podcast listeners, Mabey. Okay. All right. Unmute yourself, Kathy, and tell us your closing comments.
Well, first of all, thank you, ma'am, for having us on your show. I so appreciate it. Dr. Jerry, thank you for believing in me and us, in this as a whole, and pushing us outside of our very comfortable little boxes, because we appreciate that. Trust me, I do. Although I might be against it while you're doing it, I will roll with it once it's done. To all of the beautiful women, thank you for sharing your testimony and allowing me to be a part of that. For everybody that is out there in virtual world, thank you for taking a moment of your time to listen to us.
Wow. Y'all are just so, I feel so connected with you all. Maybe by the time we get to the next volume or something, I may be able to come out and share some more of my story, because I have plenty of stories to share. But okay, let's see. Let me put this contact information here for Kathy. Facebook is Kathy Nicely, and so you can stay connected. Don't stay too connected, because baby and watching, y'all. He like, yeah, I'm watching all the social media pages. Her husband, he write down everything. And then also,
actually, Fabian watching me.
Oh, is that Trina? Huh? Cardona. Oh gosh.
But he's cheering all of my co-authors on. So
you know what? That's so funny. It's Cardona. You remember when I moved y'all? I moved y'all like this. I moved you to be over top of your husband, right?
Yes.
And then oh gosh, you done threw me off. I put the bubble up there, and then I was like, okay, I was trying to put you right over top of your husband. Remember that?
Yes, Kim, I remember.
Oh my gosh. Nana gave Fabian to somebody. Please forgive me. Fabian, you know exactly where you belong, right? With Antrina, with Cardona, and that's who you're going to stay with for life. So praise God. Okay, let's keep it moving, everybody. And pray my strength in the Lord. When you make errors, you just claim them and go about your business. Okay, so Kathy, here you go. And that's her contact information. And then I also want to I missed putting Chris's information up. So let's put that back. And that's and she _ persevered on IG. And I know it's another one that's in the earlier comments as well. Okay, unmute yourself, Dr. Joanne Hayes. We're going to close out with you, Dr. Jerry. So that's why I skipped over. Go ahead.
I want to start out by saying thank you, Ms. Kim, for this opportunity, and definitely Dr. Yolanda. It's been a blessing, and even though I speak to people for battered women, being able to put it into writing for others to read. And one last comment is I want to say to victims, tell someone. That's all I can say. Just tell someone. Others, don't judge. 'Cause until you walk in our shoes, don't judge. And again, and to our beautiful queens, thank you all for allowing me to be a part of this. And I hope we do another one. Thanks.
Well, and excellent comments. Don't judge, and make sure that you share your story with someone. That is that's the best advice ever. Do I have your contact information back here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dr. Joanne Hayes. I know it's at the very top of the broadcast, but I want to go back and grab it and put it here too. And all of their contact information for everyone that's watching is all throughout today's broadcast, but I'm just putting it back down here again for you. Also, you'll see it at the end of the broadcast as well. That's Joanne, JOANNE.Hayes 1515 @gmail.com is how you can email her, and she'd be happy to talk with you, as long as it's not. And you're right about the Japan. It's you that had the Japan situation with the granddaughter, right? Okay, I ain't too crazy over here. So as long as it's not during this birth of the granddaughter, then you might get a response. Okay, all right, let's keep it moving. Antrina, who belongs to also Fabian, right? Let's go. Unmute yourself.
Thank you so much once again, Ms. Kim, for having us on your show. And thank you to all of my fellow co-authors. You ladies have been such a source of strength, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I also thank my husband, because he has definitely been an extreme source of strength for me. He definitely has. Lastly, Dr. Jerry, I've been knowing you for years, as you know. You have been encouraging me from afar. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for allowing me to finally go ahead and just share my story. It's just been amazing. To all of our viewers out in virtual world, I appreciate each and every one of you. And just like Dr. Joanne Hayes mentioned, don't judge us. For a lot of us, it's our first time sharing our story, and I truly believe that by sharing my story, it's it's helping me to heal. And I want to say to those who are experiencing or have experienced domestic violence, to know that whatever challenges that you are facing and going through, that God has you. He will keep you, and he will see you through. He's definitely seen me through. Be kind to yourself. Know that you are accomplished, and you are, headed for greater things. I feel that day in and day out. So again, this is my first step to, living my truth. Thank you to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me go back and put your contact information again. It's Antrina Cardona, and that's right on Facebook. You can stay connected with her. And also, so I already made the other side comment, but her husband is on all of those social media pages, so know that he's paying attention to what's happening with his sweetheart. Okay.
And
all
right.
right.
You can also be reached on the Clubhouse platform as well under Antrina Cardona.
Okay, so Clubhouse, Antrina. Okay, and you can go ahead and unmute yourself, Antrina Cardona. Okay, I put that as well. Dr. Jerry, is there anyone? I miss anyone, right? No, okay. Dr. Jerry, unmute yourself and say your closing comments.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Kim, for having all of us on your platform. I'm truly thankful for you doing this for us and giving us a greater scale to be able to get our story out and be able to share our own truth. I want to say to the viewers, thank you for watching us as well. And I want to tell you that, you know, the time will come when you're ready to tell your story, but I will say start writing it down, start journaling. And what you will find is when you start writing things down, you'll begin to heal. It's a healing process. And as you go through that healing process, know this is a part of your journey and your testimony. So when you're ready to share it with the world, you will already have your book written. And it'll become easier too as you continue to write and you begin to tell your story. Because believe me, when I first told my story on a stage, I cried. But as you tell it more and more, it becomes easier because now it's a part of who you are. You know, it's a part of who you are. So just embrace it and give yourself some grace. God gives us grace. So make sure you give your own self some grace. We are all on this journey in life and we're going to walk past hell a few times. I ain't going to just say one time, but a few times. But through that, God will give us grace and we must also give ourselves grace through that journey.
Wow.
So in closing, I want to say that my Walk Past Hell will be released the last week of April. Here. So be on the lookout because let me tell you, look, I told Kim yesterday, I said, this book cover, we coming out blazing hot. And I mean, so y'all better get ready because you ain't seen no cover like this cover before. So y'all better get ready. So again, the last week of April, the book will be released. My Walk Past Hell with 30 relentless queens ready to share their story with the world.
Wow. Well, I am so grateful that you all stopped by the Kim Jacobs Show to share any components of the upcoming book, My Walk Past Hell. Dr. Jerry's website is www.IamYolandaJerry.com. And she can also be followed on Facebook and Instagram at YJ Empowers. YJ Empowers. So make sure you all stay connected. This woman is a powerhouse. She has a tribe of women that are walking alongside her, holding her arms up, and they are a force to be reckoned with. Each and every one of you guys are super dynamic that I've met, and I want to get to know each of you better. So I welcome all of you individually to come back on the show to talk about whatever other stuff you want to talk about. It doesn't even have to only be about the book, but it can be about domestic violence. It can be about whatever it is that you want to talk about. We can deep dive into it. So I hope you'll take me up on that offer. Again, Zakia's already been here, even though I didn't know her, and says she's a mom of 50 today. But she's not. The point is, she's been here before, and I've enjoyed our conversations about diversity and inclusion, and it's been very helpful. Let's see. Other people came in, said yes. Woo woo! Get ready. Yes. I can't wait. Now, I do encourage you, Dr. Jerry, to please share that book cover, at least on the last time that the last group of people come. You got to share the book cover before the book come out, right?
I will give it to you the last week.
Oh.
If not before then, I give it to you. I give it to you the last week in this month.
Huh?
I give it to you the last week in this month. I think about it for next week. We'll see.
All right. Everybody said we ready. Y'all got some sassy people too. Ready with a bunch of. All right. Listen, if anybody's interested in starting your own show, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, you rock. Okay. I'm trying to get all these comments in. We got to end this show. But listen, if you're ever interested in starting your own show, all you have to do, I put the information right here, and you want to know the details. I do offer an 8-week online class that you can go and work at your own pace. If you want to cram it all in a week, 2 weeks, whatever you want to do, it's there, KimJacobsConsulting.com. And I'll give you this video so you'll see as we close out today's episode what you will learn in that 8-week course. But thank you so much for watching today. Thank you all for being here as my guests. You're amazing. Thank you to the studio audience. And everybody, tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. We're going to have our fresh expert, Corinne Brown, is going to be on teaching us how to make some homemade bread and some other things. And then we have Freestyle Friday with several experts that are suicide survivors, happiness experts, wealth, finances, you name it, is happening on the Kim Jacobs Show on Friday with a whole new panel talking about a wide variety of things at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, wonderful ladies. You are the best. All right. Hey, everyone, I'm Kim Jacobs, and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. You and I are going to have a great time as you go through this course on how to create your own online show from scratch. Everything that you need to know from A to Z, everything that I know anyway, I'm going to pour it into you. We're going to have a great time talking about what should your show even be called? Who's going to be your guest? How do you identify your target audience? How do you be able to get your studio audience engaged? What type of lighting should you use? All kinds of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different platforms that you should use. We're going on this journey together, so go ahead and grab your virtual